Hi, this is Amitabh Pandit and I'm posting a video after a long time in my new avatar. And in this video, I'll be talking about gallbladder stones and a condition medically known as gallithiasis. The layperson calls them as gallstones, while they're actually just a hardened deposit in the fluid of the gallbladder itself. And the gallbladder is actually a small organ behind the liver. Gallstones, as they're also called, can vary in size and number, and they may or may not produce any symptom. Some of the symptoms that can be experienced, though not by everybody, are you can experience back pain, pain in between the shoulder blades. There can be some pain on the right side of the abdomen, close to the liver. Some people can also experience indigestion and excessive passing of gas. There can be nausea. And while some of the smaller gallstones can easily be dissolved using the natural means and methods that I will be describing in this video, some of the larger stones require surgical interference, and it will be best to take guidance of your health care practitioner. Since a large gallstone can sometimes block the bile duct, and that can cause severe pain and cramping in the abdomen. That would be an acute stage. However, having said that, I would always desist anybody who asks me for my advice, because getting the only way to remove the gallstones according to medical conventional science is removal of the gallbladder itself, which I believe, and in my experience I have also seen, is not a good idea. For I firmly believe that the gallbladder has a very, very important role to play in digestion, and once that it has been removed, the person really becomes a vegetable and cannot digest real foods, always has low appetite, and one or the other symptoms and side effects of this surgery keeps occurring, and the person who has got the surgery done really is not happy about it, and nor does he ever get to experience optimal health ever again. So my advice is that if you have had a scan done and the scan shows some form of stone in the gallbladder, then you should first and foremost try natural means to dissolve it, and it can be done. I've seen it being done, and on many of the cases that I take, as well as there are thousands of testimonials posted on YouTube where people have dissolved the gallstones in their gallbladder using natural means. So let's come to the moot point as to what is the real cause of these gallstones, or this hardened deposits to form in the gallbladder. Well, the only cause of it is a poor diet. Ignorance of what real foods are that actually make the body function optimally is the only cause of gallstones in the body. When you eat food that has zero nutrition, and I'm not talking about calories, I'm talking about foods that have no nutritional value, then the body chemistry starts changing. Your system is hard pushed to work on these foods which are not natural for the body and which do not give any substance nutritionally, whether it is protein or carbohydrate or vitamins or minerals or enzymes. They give nothing, and when the body has to process all of this, the digestive system has to process it, then all of it goes into the liver. The liver does not know what to do about it, so it has to eliminate it through one of the eliminative channels of your body. That could be the colon, the skin, the kidneys, or the lungs. It tries to do that as much as possible, but as you continue to eat foods because you either don't know what are real foods, or you eat foods that have no nutritional value due to your lifestyle, or due to peer pressure, or due to just plain laziness, your body slowly starts thickening every fluid, whether it is the saliva, whether it is the gastric juices which start producing, or whether it is the bile. When the bile chemistry starts changing and starts to thicken, sometimes what happens is that it starts clumping together. It gets so thick, and slowly and gradually the bile starts to harden. And to protect itself and to keep the gallbladder from functioning so that there's ample fluid inside it, you will have stone formation. Now, when these stones get formed, they impair your digestion. They cause all the symptoms that I have just mentioned earlier, and this can happen to anybody. It is not necessary that the same organ is affected when you have a bad lifestyle or eat a poor diet. It just depends on your body constitution as to which organ gets affected. It could be a gallstone, or it could be in your kidney. It could be a kidney stone. It could be a cyst in your breast. It could be a cyst in your ovary. It could be a swollen or a hardened lymph node. In all these cases, what is happening is due to lack of foods which nourish the body, due to lack of foods which keep the fluids of the body thin and allow them to pass throughout through all the capillaries and the arteries and the veins. When the thickening starts to happen, any one of the organs can be affected, and it totally depends on your body constitution. So, how do we dissolve them? Well, cut the root cause. Start correcting your diet. Stop eating foods that have zero nutrition. Start looking at food with a new perspective. Look at foods in a way as to whether this will give your body anything, or are you just eating it simply and plainly for taste. Healthy foods can be tasty, and it is not necessary that all foods that taste good are healthy. Second thing that you can do is cut out fried foods completely from your diet. Fried foods will aggravate gallstones if you already have them, and fried foods lead to formation of gallstones. Third, flush your body with fluids. This is vital. One of the best things that you can do for gallstone dissolving is to drink 2 liters of a juice called ABC, a juice made from apple, beetroot, and carrot. The foundation of the juice would be the carrot. It should have 1 medium beetroot, or in case you're making 2 liters, then about 2 medium-sized beetroots, and some green apples, which are also called Granny Smith, because the tartar, their tart taste, which is the malic acid in the green apple, is actually responsible for thinning down the bile and dissolving the gallstones. Fourthly, start eating extra virgin olive oil. Eat at least 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil drizzled on your food, either during lunchtime or dinner time, because the olive oil actually starts correcting the chemistry of the bile, and your gallstones will start dissolving. I've seen it happen over a period of simple 90 days, or even in some cases it might take longer, about 180 days, and you can do a pre-scan and a post-scan, and you will see that your gallstones have either completely disappeared or that they have dissolved and reduced in size remarkably. Now, as the stones start becoming smaller, after you have been doing all the things that I've just mentioned, you should start thinking of doing a liver detox. Now, a liver detox can be done by going on a diet of juices for a week. Now, for some people that might be a little intense, but this is much more simpler than going in for liver flush. Now, a liver flush is done using a combination of citrus juice, olive oil, and following a certain protocol. I wouldn't go into that because there are plenty of videos on YouTube mentioning how to do that. However, I have seen that such a extreme step is not required if you follow a simple, gentle liver detox, which I've just mentioned, having a lot of juices, vegetable and fruit juices for a week, along with doing some colonics, that is deep enemas at your home, in your own bathroom, in your own privacy, and which are really very simple ways to simply using plain water to flush your colon, as that helps detox the liver and throw out all its toxicity. Now, besides this, for dissolving gallstones, I would advise you to use herbs which are specific for the liver, like the milk thistle. When you combine things like this, the gallstones start to dissolve and sludge-like material is released, which passes through the bile duct and out through the colon, and they get flushed out when you poop. There are also some homeopathic remedies which can be used to assist in this entire program while you are doing all of these things, and they can increase the speed of the stone dissolving. Bear in mind that it can be done. Gallbladder removal and surgery is not mandatory. Many of the physicians say that one should get that done, but it is not necessary, and just because a lot of people get it done doesn't mean that you too need to become a digestive vegetable, where you would not be able to digest your own foods, and your gastric secretions will stop, and you would have deficiencies later on because of the surgery. So that's it in this video. What I would like to mention, a disclaimer, is that you should always take guidance from a naturopath or a natural healer who is close to you in your locality before embarking on self-healing yourself or taking advice from the internet, and that would include from what I'm advising you to do as well. I would also like to thank you for watching this video, and please subscribe. It keeps me motivated to post more content, and share this video in case you feel that one of your friends or your relatives or somebody you know might be able to get better watching this, and might be able to prevent surgery, and might be able to dissolve the gallstones and save his gallbladder. For any personal guidance and advice, please don't hesitate to get in touch with me through my website. Thank you so much. God bless.